very nice. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. We don't know whether we're online or not.
Now we'll just about be on.
Our high-tech system doesn't allow us to know when we're online. So, welcome, buongiorno a tutti, sawadika. Good morning from London, Sri Chaitanya Saraswata Math, where it's still dark. Brahma Muhurta, we are broadcasting from the Brahma Muhurta. Just see the enthusiasm of the London performance. And we are here again by the grace in our morning program. And we will be reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila, chapter 11, just beginning this chapter, the sweetest of the sweet, the most beautiful of the most beautiful, the passing of Haridas Thakur. So, and of course, Puri Dham is always in our thoughts, or we're praying to be always in our thoughts. Now with our pilgrimage party coming together, then especially at this time. So Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai, Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll begin. Text 1. Original composition by Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. Namami Haridasam Tam Chaitanyam Tam Chatat Prabhum Sangstitam Apiyan Murtim Swanke Kritva Nanatayaha. Let me offer my respectful obeisance unto Haridas Thakur and his master, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who danced with the body of Haridas Thakur on his lap. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Doya Moy. Jaya Vaita Priya Nityananda Priya Jaya. Little bit different. All glories to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is very merciful and who is very dear to Jaya Vaita Priya Nityananda Priya Jaya, to Advaita Jaya Lord Nityananda. Jaya Srinivaseshwara Haridas Anata. Jaya Gadadha Priya Svarupa Prananata. All glories to the master of Srinivas Thakur. All glories to the master of Haridas Thakur. All glories to the dear master of Gadadha Pandit. All glories to the master of the life of Svarup Damodar. Hare Krishna. Jaya Kashi Priya Jagadananda Pranashvara. Jaya Rupa Sanatana Raghunatheshvara. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, who is very dear to Kashi Mishra. He is the Lord of the life of Jagadananda and the Lord of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and Raghunath Das Goswami. Jaya Gaura Deya Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Kripakari Deya Prabhu Nija Padanam. All glories to the transcendental form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My dear Lord, kindly give me shelter at your lotus feet by your causeless mercy. Jaya Nityananda Chandra, Jaya Chaitanya Prana, Tamara Charana Vinde Bhakti Deya Dana. All glories to Lord Nityananda, who is the life and soul of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear Lord, kindly give me engagement in devotional service at your lotus feet. Jai Mahaprabhu. Guru Gauranga Sundar Radha Gidhari Jaya Jaya Advaita Chandra Chaitanya Arya Svacharana Bhakti Daya Jaya Advaita Acharya. All glories to Advaita Acharya, who is treated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as superior due to his age and respectability. Please give me engagement in devotional service at your lotus feet. Jaya Gaura Bhaktagan, Gaura Jara Pran, Sabha Bhakta Mila More Bhakti Dayanhan. All glories to all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for the Lord is their life and soul. All of you kindly bestow devotional service upon me. Beautiful. Jaya Rupa Sanatana Jiva Raghunatha Raghunatha Gopala Chaya Moranatha. So all glories to those devotees, Rupa Sanatan Jiva Raghunath Das Raghunath Bhatta Gopal Bhatta. They are all my masters. Esava Prasadi Liki Chaitanya Lila Guna Yache Taiche Liki Kari Apana Pavana. I am writing this narration of the pastimes and attributes of the Lord by the mercy of Mahaprabhu and his associates. I do not know how to write properly, and I am purifying myself by writing this description. Emata Mahaprabhura Nila Chale Basa Sange Bhakta Gana Laya Kirtana Vilasa. Mahaprabhu thus resided at Jagannath Puri with his personal devotees and enjoyed the congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Kirtana Vilasa. How we say that in a more beautiful and elegant form. Dine Nitya Kirtana Ishvara Darashana Ratre Draya Swarupasane Rasa Asvadana. In the daytime, Mahaprabhu engaged in dancing and chanting and in seeing the temple of Lord Jagannath. You would be able to go. We're offering our obeisances at night in the company of his most confidential devotees, such as Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami. He tasted the nectar of the transcendental mellows of Lord Sri Krishna's pastimes. Or you could just say, Rasa Asva. So beautiful, Bengal. The English seems so clumsy compared with, especially Bengal. But it's got this sweet quality. Okay.
He's happy to say.
Emata Mahaprabhura Shuke Kalaikai.
He's not shy.
Krishnara Viraha Vikara Ange Nanahai. Mahaprabhu very happily passed his days in this way at Nilachal, Jagannath Puri. Feeling separation from Krishna, he had exhibited many Jai Shri Gurudev Jai. Feeling separation from Krishna, he exhibited many transcendental symptoms all over his body. Vikara Ange, Vikara, transformation. Dine Dine Bhare Vikara, Rachaya Atishoy, Chinta, Udvega, Pralapari, Jata Shastrikoi. Day after day, the symptoms increased, and at night they increased even more. All these symptoms, such as transcendental anxiety, agitation, and talking like a madman, were present, just as they are described in the Shastras. Svarupa Goshai Ara Ramanandarai, Ratri Dine Karigan, Prabhuda Sahai helped. They helped in Ratri Dina day and night. Swarup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai, the chief assistants in Mahaprabhu's pastimes, remained with him both day and night. Ekadina, Govinda Mahaprashadalai, Haridasadita Gela, Ananditai. One day, Govinda, the personal servant of Mahaprabhu, went in great jubilation to deliver the remnants of Lord Jagannath's food to Haridas Thakur. Deke Haridas Thakur Karyeche Shayan, Manda Kariteche Shankya Sankirtan. When Govinda came to Haridas, he saw that Haridas Thakur was lying on his back and chanting his rounds very slowly. Govinda kai utta ashi karaha bhojana, Haridasa kai aji karimu langkana. So Govinda said, please get up and take your prasadam, Maha prasadam. But Haridas Thakur replied, today I shall observe fasting. Shankya Ketana Puri Nahi, Ke Mata Kaiva, Mahaprasada Anyacha, Ke Mate Upekshiva. Haridas Thakur said, I've not finished chanting my regular number of rounds. How then can I eat? But you have brought Mahaprasadam, and how can I neglect it? Etabali Mahaprasada Karila Vandana Ekaranchalaya Tara Kalila Bakana. Saying this, he offered prayers to the Mahaprasadam, took a little portion and ate it. Aradina Mahaprabhu Tana Taniaila Shuttahau Haridasa Bali Tare Uchila. The next day Mahaprabhu went to Haridasa's place and inquired from him, Haridas, are you well? Namaskara Kariteho Kaila Nivedana Sharira Shushta Mora Ashushta Buddhimana. Haridas offered his obeisance to the Lord and replied, my body is all right, but my mind and intelligence is not well. Ashushta, not in a healthy condition. Ashushta, not in a healthy condition. Prabhukai, Konvyadi Kahana Kahata Nirnaya, Teonkai Shankya Kirtana Na Puraya. So Mahaprabhu further inquired from Haridas, can you ascertain what your disease is? And Haridas Thakur replied, my disease is that I cannot complete my rounds. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada said, if one cannot complete the fixed number of rounds he is assigned, he should be considered to be in the diseased condition of spiritual life. Srila Haridas Thakur is called Namacharya. Of course, we cannot imitate Haridas Thakur, but everyone must chant a prescribed number of rounds. In our Krishna conscious movement, we have fixed 16 rounds as the minimum, so that the Westerners will not feel burdened. These 16 rounds must be chanted, and chanted loudly, so that one can hear himself. Jai Shri. Prabhukai Vrita Haila Shankya Alpakara Siddhadea Tumi Sadhane Agraha Kenakara. So Mahaprabhu said, well, now that you've become old, you may reduce the number of rounds you chant daily. You are already liberated, and therefore you need not follow the regulative principles very strictly. Loka nishtarite e tomara avatara namera mahima loke kalila prachar. Your role, Mahaprabhu speaking, your role in this incarnation is to deliver the people in general. You have sufficiently preached the glories of the holy name in this world. And we know the history, something of the history of Haridas Thakur and the trials and tribulations that he went through. Beaten in 22 marketplaces, left for dead, abused, tempted by Maya Devi herself. Haridas Thakur is known as Namacharya because it is he who preached the glories of chanting Harinam, the holy name of God. By using the words Tomara Avatara, your incarnation, Mahaprabhu confirms that Haridas Thakur is the incarnation of Lord Brahma. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that advanced devotees help the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his mission, and that such devotees or personal associates incarnate by the will of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord incarnates by his own will, and by his will, competent devotees also incarnate to help him in his mission. Haridas Thakur is thus the incarnation of Lord Brahma, and other devotees are likewise incarnations who help in the prosecution of the Lord's mission. Eva Alpa Shankyakari Kara Sankirtana Haridasakai Shuna Mora Satya Nivedana. The Lord concluded, now please, therefore, please reduce the fixed number of times you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Haridas replied, kindly hear my real plea. Hina jati janma mora nindya kalevara, hina karme rata mui adharma amara. I was born in an inferior family, and my body is most abominable. I always engage in low work, hina karme. Therefore I am the lowest, most condemned of men. Adrishya aprishya more angikara kaila raurava haite kari more vaikunta charila adaila. I am unseeable and untouchable, but you have accepted me as your servant. This means that you have delivered me from a hellish condition and raised me to Vaikuntha, to the Vaikuntha platform. Svatantra Ishvara to me, how ichamai, Jagat nachao jari nache ichahai. My dear Lord, you are the fully independent personality of Godhead. Or you could just say Svatantra Ishvara. You act by your own free will. You cause the whole world to dance and act as you like. Hare Krishna. Aneke nachaila more prashada kariya. Vipreda shraddha pacha kainum lecchaya. My dear Lord, by your mercy you have made me dance in many ways. For example, I was offered the Shraddha Patra, which should have been offered to first-class brahmanas. I ate from it, even though I was born in a family of meat-eaters. Ah, Hare Krishna. Eka vancha, hayamora bahudina hoite, lila samvaribe tumi, laya mora chite. I have had one desire for a very long time. I think that quite soon, my Lord, you will bring to a close your pastimes within this material world. Se lila prabhu mori kabu nada dekaiva. Apanara age mora Sharira Pariva. I wish that you will not show me this closing chapter of your pastime. Before that time comes, kindly let my body fall down in your presence. Hridaya Darimu Tamara Tamala Charana Nayane Dakimu Tamara Chanda Vadana. I wish to catch your lotus-like feet upon my heart and see your moon-like face. Jaya Ucharimo Tamara Krishna Chaitanya Nam E Mata Mora Ichu Charimu Paran. Charimu Paran. With my tongue I shall chant your holy name, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. This is the Namacharya. Now we're going to sing Shri Krishna Chaitanya. That is my desire. Kindly let me give up my body in this way. Mora icha jadi tamara prashada hoy, e nivadana mora karadoya moy. O my most merciful Lord, if by your mercy it is possible, kindly grant my desire. E nicha dea mora parukatava age. Let this low-born body fall down before you. You can make possible this perfection of all my desires. Prabhu Kai Haridasa Jai Tumi Magive Krishna Kripa Moyatar Avashya Karive. Mahaprabhu said, my dear Haridas, Krishna is so merciful that he must execute whatever you want. Kintu amaye kichu shuka sabatongaloi tomara jogyanai jabe amare chariya. But whatever happiness is mine, says Mahaprabhu, is all due to your association. It's not fitting for you to go away and leave me behind. Charana dhari kai haridasa na kariya maya avashyamo adhame prabhu kare daya. Catching the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, do not create an illusion. Although I am so fallen, you must certainly show mercy to me. Mora Shiramani Kata Kata Mahashoy Tamara Lilara Sahaya Koti Bhaktari. My Lord, there are many respectable personalities, millions of devotees who are fit to sit on my head. They are all helpful in your pastimes. Amahena jadi eka kita marigela, eka pipilika maila pritivera kaha hani haila. My Lord, if an insignificant insect like me dies, what is the loss? If an ant dies, where is the loss to the material world? Bhakta Vatsala Prabhu Tumi Mui Bhakta Bhasha Hare Krishna Avashya Purave Prabhu Mora E Asha. My Lord, Haridas Thakur saying, my Lord, you are always affectionate to your devotees. I am just an imitation devotee, but nevertheless I wish that you will fulfill my desire. That is my expectation. Majhana karite Prabhu chalila apane, Ishvara dekhiya kali divana darashane. Because he had to perform his noon duties, Mahaprabhu got up to leave, but it was settled that the following day, after he saw Lord Jagannath, he would return to visit Haridas Thakur. Tabe Mahaprabhu Tane Kari Alingana Madhyana Karite Shamudre Kari Lagamani. After embracing him, Mahaprabhu left to perform his noon duties and went to the sea to take his bath. Prata Kale Ishvara Deki Sabhavaktalai Haridase Deki Te Aila Shikra Kariya. The next morning, after visiting the Jagannath temple, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, accompanied by all his devotees, went hastily to see Haridas Thakur. Haridasera Ageyashi Dila Darashana Haridasa Vandila Prabhura Ara Vaishnavachana. Mahaprabhu and the devotees came before Haridas, who offered his respects to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas. Prabhu Kai Haridasa Kaha Samachara. Haridasa Kai Prabhu Ye Kripa Tomara. So Mahaprabhu inquired, my dear Haridas, what is the news? And Haridas Thakur replied, my Lord, whatever mercy you can bestow upon me. Prabhu, Jai Kripa Tomara. Angane Arambila Prabhu Maha Sankirtana Vakreshvara Pandit Tahan Karina Natana. Upon hearing this, Mahaprabhu immediately began the great kirtan in the courtyard. Vakreshvara Pandit was the chief dancer. Svarupa Goshayadi Yata Prabhu Ragam Haridase Beri Kare Nama Sankirtan, headed by Svarup Damodar Goswami. All the devotees of Mahaprabhu surrounded Haridas Thakur and began kirtan. Ramananda Sarvabhauma Sabara Grete Haridasera Guna Prabhu Lagila Kaite. In front of all the great devotees like Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Mahaprabhu began to describe the holy attributes of Haridas Thakur. Haridasera Guna Kaito Prabhu Haila Panchamuka Kaite Prabhura Hare Mahashuka. As he described the transcendental attributes of Haridas Thakur, Mahaprabhu seemed to possess 5 mouths. The more he described, the more his great happiness increased. Haridasera Gune Sabara Vishmita Hayaman Sarva Bhakta Vande Haridasara Charan. After hearing of the transcendental qualities of Haridas Thakur, all the devotees present were struck with wonder. They all offered their respectful obeisances to the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. What shall I do, Abby?
Well, I mean,
Because once we start, it's going to be very hard to stop.
yeah, I mean it's 8 o'clock, so it's.
I think
It's
we
the
stop
time to
here
stop
because
anyway.
then, as Haridas Thakur departs, we can begin there instead of leaving that halfway through.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place to stop. And this is a beautiful place to stop because Mahaprabhu and the devotees are praising Haridas Thakur, and Haridas Thakur is giving his obeisance to Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas, and they're chanting his glories and he's chanting the Lord's glories, and there's this beautiful lotus this transcendental lotus flower offering of affection between Mahaprabhu and his devotees. So I think we'll leave them by the Samudra, by the beautiful broad blue ocean of Neelachalanam, happily together, and offer our Dandavat Pranam to the Chaitanya Charitamrita, to Srila Krishnadas Goswami, to Srila Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj for bringing this great transcendental literature into the English language, to all our dear friends and our senior section, many in Sokel and other temples who assisted Srila Prabhupada in that great mission. All those wonderful stories we hear from the senior devotees who were there when they were producing a book a month, and they were all sleeping at their desks, and it was just this huge project before computers to bring the hat there. And they'd be so excited that the boxes would arrive, and they'd be literally ripping the boxes out, getting the volume out and reading the whole thing right there and then. It's brand new in the, so we can't really, I always think of those devotees anyway, all the Sokel section and others who, we've heard those stories many times, and they're always very relishable, as Srila Prabhupada put his life and soul energy into bringing this Chaitanya Charitamrita into the Western world. So we're bowing down to all those devotees, and we will continue tomorrow with this beautiful pastime of passing Haridas. Jai Shila, okay, we can sing Hari Haraya. Hari Hari, who wants to, probably we can sing Hari Haraya. Shayesh Prabhu ki. Alright.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishnaya Yadavaya Namaha.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopali Govindana Srimad Sudhana.
Gopala Govindana Srimad Sudhana.
Giridhari Gopinath Madhava
Jai.
Rupananda Guruvar ki
Jai.
all assembled devotees
Ki Jai.
Nam Sankirtan
Jai.
Ki Jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Hari